side lying clamshell, and we can do this from a couple different variations. The first one we are going to go over is the one without any bands. So two things on the setup: you can either have your position from the shoulder, or you can be all the way down on the floor, depending on what your preference is. Okay. Now the other thing when we're here is we want to make sure that our knees are about a 45-degree hip angle, right from our knee to our hip, right? And then both knees are bent. From there, we want to take that top foot and kind of interlace it or set it into the instep of the opposite. So you kind of create a pry and a platform. And then from here, we want to make sure if we're on the upright position, we want to make sure our torso isn't sagging like this, so one side's shortened and one side's long. We want it nice and active through the rib cage and torso, so it's nice and even side to side. And we're staying long through this top hip, so we're not allowing it to kind of creep up on us. Okay? And then from there, we just want to make sure that those hips are stacked. So if I have a rod that's going straight down from the floor or from the ceiling, it should go straight through both hips in the same spot. Okay? And then from here, the action is we're literally just abducting that top hip. So we're pressing it up towards the ceiling, getting as much range of motion as we can with good control here. And again, not collapsing in that side. And then last but not least, we can add a band to this to make it work a little bit stronger. The other thing you want to be aware of is you want to feel it in the back, so back jean pocket where you're going to get the glute med, glute min, not towards that front of the hip. If you're recruiting through that TFL and that front half of the hip, you probably want to hit that with a little bit of a lacrosse ball or something to get it to chill out. That being said, here's our version with the band. So you can either place the band above or below the knee, your choice. But we just want to make sure that it's getting some good tension so there's not a bunch of slack. And you also want to make sure that it's not such a strong band that you're then struggling and compensating to make the movement happen, right? We want to make sure that it's an appropriately weighted ones and air lighter rather than heavier, okay? So again, we're going to set up, make sure hips are stacked, our feet are kind of wedged into one another, and then from here again, abduct that top leg, really trying to feel it in that back glute, okay? And then control the return. The other thing is we don't want to just hang out partially in this position, right? We don't want to like stop shallow of it. Try to get that full range of motion as much as you can. And again, this is where it's important to have a band that's light enough, okay? Good. And then last but not least, same thing again, we're just making sure that this torso stays long, nothing's moving other than the knee driving open, okay? So that's your banded clamshell.